I've made more money on Airbnb and I've made it faster than pretty much anything I've ever done in my entire life. In just the last 6 months of 2021, we made about $80,000 in gross rents, and the value of our properties went up by about $300,000, and that is just crazy to me. This is faster than I've made money in stocks, even at a job, investing in cryptocurrencies, and definitely way more than I've made in my long-term rental portfolio that I had before this. And now I can understand why some people are skeptical when they hear about how much money there is to be made in Airbnb, because when you're looking at some of these properties like the ones we have that are 2-bedroom, 2-bath places, for most of the country you're looking at about $1,200 to $1,500 a month, probably maximum. There's areas where that would be much higher and areas where that would be much lower. That's probably a pretty good average. And when you're looking at these Airbnb properties, you're looking at 5 to 10 times or more the monthly rent that you're getting on for a long-term rental. And so it's realistic to be skeptical and think that this is some sort of a bubble or some sort of an outlier type of situation. But I'm going to tell you why today, why Airbnb is so profitable, why you should definitely look into it. And all I'm asking for in return is just one like for the YouTube algorithm. Just hit it down there and we'll get right into it. Investing in Airbnb rentals combines two very profitable industries and niches and investment vehicles. It combines real estate investing and the industry of hospitality. The thing is that you still get all of the benefits of traditional real estate investing. The biggest one of those being that you can use leverage to buy your properties, and you actually get even more great options to purchase Airbnb properties than you would if you were buying long-term buy and hold rentals. The biggest advantage is for at least your first one or your first one in any given market, you can use a second home mortgage that allows you to put down as little as 10% and be able to get that property in your control and start renting it out on Airbnb. Now, there are some very definite stipulations with second home mortgages as far as how often you actually have to use the property as a second home, but you can get started with at least 10% down. You can even get investment mortgages that are specifically for investments. You don't have to have any occupancy requirements for them for as little as 15% down, and that makes this a very great way for the average person to get into real estate, and especially a high yielding version of real estate. The next is that just like regular long-term investing, you can use the money that you bring in for rent to pay all of your bills, to pay your mortgage. And so not only are you borrowing most of the money from the bank to purchase these using other people's money, you're using other people's money in the form of rent to pay your mortgage, to pay all of your bills, your utilities, and then there will be some profit for you at the end. And when you're looking at short-term rentals, there's usually a ton of profit left over versus in long-term rentals where there's much less cream to skim off the top. These appreciate just like any other form of real estate. And the best part is that if you are investing in a very hot short-term rental market, they're probably appreciating faster than the national average. Now, lately, housing has been going nuts all over the country, but before that, the average rate of appreciation was about 3%. In these really hot vacation markets, you were looking at least 5%. And in the last couple of years, we've been looking at 25, 50% rates of appreciation. And while I don't think that those are sustainable long term, I do think that they will continue to outpace the rest of the housing market when things get back to some sort of normal. Just like any other type of real estate, Airbnb rentals are highly tax advantaged. You get the benefits of depreciation, where the IRS says that this building has to go down in value, even though it goes up in value, and you are able to write that off and use that against the income that you make for tax purposes, as well as being able to write off every single expense that you have on the building, and that makes this a very highly tax advantaged way to earn extra income. So that is the traditional real estate side of things. Let's move over into the hospitality side, because that is really where you supercharge your profits. So hospitality is the game changer. This is what really pumps everything up, because you are not just leasing someone a boring apartment building or a neighborhood home where they can live in, and it's just where they reside and base their lives out of. Instead of doing that, you are renting somebody a location, or you are renting an experience, and they are willing to pay a premium for that because they're going on vacation. It's only usually for a few days, maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks, and this can be anywhere from a downtown apartment with a view, a mountain cabin such as Smoky Mountains, like where we are. People love going to the Smoky Mountains, the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge attractions. Desert home such as out in Joshua Tree. It could be a beach home, and everyone knows why people go to the beach. And so you are renting people not a place to live, but you're renting them a temporary escape from reality, a vacation, somewhere to create memories and unwind, and you can charge a premium for that. Oftentimes, these homes are also very luxurious. They have, hot tubs, spas, views. It can, luxury bathrooms, luxury furniture, cathedral ceilings, multiple fireplaces, and a lot of these homes can cost, $500,000, $1 million or more, and would be out of reach or just simply, not practical for most people to own and have as their, vacation home that they don't rent out. These are usually also fully ready to go. They have all the towels, all the sheets, all the cleaning supplies. They are clean for you, so you are renting a premium experience, and you can charge more for that. Then when I said back when at the beginning of the video that these things are going to be worth 5 to 10 times the amount in rent, if you look at a typical 2-bedroom home, you might be able to rent that for the $1,200 to $1,500 a month. We are getting up to $12,000 or more dollars per month in the peak months, in the summertime months, and we expect to do even better than that in 2022. So we might be looking at even up to $15,000 per 2-bedroom, 2-bath cabin that we are renting in the Smoky Mountains. Now, just to put some things into perspective for you, I actually have the numbers right here from December for our 2 cabins. And one of our cabins did about $8,700 gross rents in December, and the other one did about $8,000 gross rent in December. And that's usually a pretty good month, at least at the end of the month, because the rates are higher. People want to be down there for Christmas. And if you've ever come close to that with a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home on a long-term rental, I'd love to hear about it in the comments, because I just don't think there's anywhere, probably even in New York and San Francisco, that have rental rates anywhere near that. Now, with those profits being the way they are, they're obviously very enticing for people to pick up and buy them as investment vehicles. So with demand being higher and the limited supply of these Airbnb homes, cabins, whatever, in any given really hot Airbnb area, the people are looking to purchase them, and so the prices of these things are going up at a rapid pace. Now, that may be a negative for you out there that don't have any at all, but once you are able to get one, the chances that those are going to continue to go up at a relatively rapid pace is probably pretty good. That means that your net worth is going to go up as the equity in these homes goes up, as the value goes up. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video, we have gotten at least $300,000 of equity in the last 6 months. And again, anywhere where you are looking at a long-term rental situation, I don't see that as being a thing that you can do. So all this adds up to ROIs that are going to significantly beat any other investment that I can think of that is legal to do. And you can definitely, with the increase in the equity portion of this, have returns which are over 100% on an annual ROI. And again, I don't think that you're going to be able to pull that off in any other legal investment scenario. So you guys, if you want to learn more about Airbnb business, about our cabins, the amount of money that we're making on Airbnb, be sure to click on the videos that are coming up on the screen right now, the playlists that are coming up on the screen, because they're going to give you the entire rundown about how we run our Airbnb business, the tours of our cabins, and how much we are making. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell, be sure to hit that like button for me, as it really does help me out in the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.